Boy, he looks like he's gained a lot of weight, Bruce.
He sure has. He's gained about 25, 30 pounds from last year.
And his occupation, weightlifting. The Bulgarians lift 5 times a day. Now attempting in his first lift in the clean and jerk, 540 pounds.
Actually, that's a tremendous amount of weight for him to start with when you consider his best clean and jerk ever, 556.5 pounds, Bob.
Okay, that buzzer means there's 1 minute to make the lift.
You know, the interesting thing about the Bulgarians is they always start close to their limit attempts, personal records or world records. Great confidence.
Tremendous rivalry between the Soviet Union and Bulgaria. Bulgaria has already won 5 gold medals, the Soviet Union 3. If Krastev makes this lift, he'll clinch the team title for Bulgaria.
You know, the other thing, too, Bob, we have to keep in mind is he has to get off to a really good clean and jerk because Karlovich and Taraninko have much bigger clean and jerks than he has.
Boy, he waits a long time over the bar.
In my opinion, he takes too long over the bar, fatigues the traps, the low back, and the legs. It amazes me. All the Bulgarians do the same almost, yet they still make world records.
3 judges in weightlifting. You need the approval of 2 to make it a good lift.
He's got the weight clean, the most difficult part for him now. It's almost off his fingertips. He readjusts, has it set. There it is.
Tremendous quickness as he jerks it overhead. 540 pounds, first attempt in the clean and jerk for Krastev from Bulgaria. And the Bulgarians have successfully defended their team title here at the World Championships, but the battle in the super heavyweight class between the Soviets and the Bulgarians is far from over. Karlovich from the Soviet Union, the next lifter, and Bruce, he only has 33 seconds to make his lift.
They've really cut him short. Obviously, the handlers, they haven't taken the right preparation here, making sure that he had enough time. This could really throw his timing off, and it's critically important to get this first attempt in.
Now he's down to 17 seconds. Is he going to make this lift?
Well, he's got the strength to make it. It's a matter of can he rush and get set, because this is when an injury can happen. I'm amazed. He's going to make this with about 1 or 2 seconds to spare. That's what it looks like.
Okay, he's going to be attempting 545 pounds.
Just nice clean. He's got it clean. Tremendous jerk.
Karlovich, 545 pounds, so having to hurry out to make that lift didn't seem to bother him at all. And all through his third attempt, all the way up to 567.5 pounds, Bruce. I mean, this is really for a world record of the total, but I mean, it's going to be a tough lift for him, isn't it?
Absolutely. This will be a new Bulgarian record, be a new personal record. It's a tremendous, tremendous amount of weight. I think we're so cavalier about it sometimes. We're looking at well over a quarter of a ton, Bob. Very, very few people in the world can do this.
Well, we're getting very close to 600 pounds. Is that possible?
That is possible. I'm sure that's down the road. It's going to be a much larger man. Krastev claims he will be the first to do it. I don't think so.
He needs this lift to move him into the lead.
You know, he has that blocky physique. His biggest problem in the clean and jerk actually is in the clean. His shoulders and his arms. He has trouble doubling up the arms, so therefore it makes it difficult to rack the weight. Now, before he came into this competition, he was supposed to have cleaned 595 pounds in training somewhere. Stays over the bar a long time. I just don't like this. I feel very uncomfortable with it. Tremendous time over the bar.
He's got a lot of weight to think about.
Big pull. He's got it on his chest. He has to stand up.
Up. And with that miss, Krastev, who is not very happy with his performance, I have a feeling, in the clean and jerk, sits in 3rd position in the overall. Alexander Karlovich from the Soviet Union, second attempt in the clean and jerk, 573 pounds of Bruce. This represents quite a comeback for him because, as we mentioned earlier, he was suspended for life, bringing steroids into Toronto in 1985. But, Bruce, if he's suspended for life, how come he's lifting here?
Good question, Bob. Basically, it's because the International Weightlifting Federation went to the Soviet Union and asked them to rescind the lifetime suspension given by the Soviets. The International Weightlifting Federation only gave him a 2-year suspension. They thought a lifetime suspension was a little bit out of line.
But I'll bet the Soviets are glad to have him right now.
His comeback has absolutely been phenomenal. I mean, to be attempting a world record total on his second attempt in the clean and jerk. This is fantastic lifting. Big pull. He's got the weight well racked. Look how easily he stands up with the weight. Tremendous power. There it is, the jerk, 573 3/4 pounds. Easily done, Bob.
And a world record for the total.
What a return to the platform. Fantastic.
Tremendous lift by Karlovich.
You know, I think possibly, let's take a look here in slow motion. Good position over the bar. Look how close he keeps it. Keeps it very close to the body, brushes it off the thighs, has it racked, recovered easily. Now he has to jerk it. He waits for the bar to quit oscillating, rams it over his head. That was even a shallow split. He has more in reserve. You can see it. Tremendously strong athlete.
And now it's Taranenko's turn to come out and lift. He'll be attempting 585 pounds. It's his third attempt. And Bruce, this is for another new world record, this in the clean and jerk.
You know, it's interesting, Bob, when you contrast the physique of these two athletes. Taranenko looks like he's a little bit on the pudgy side. Karlovich, muscular, hard.
Okay, I remember back in 1970 in Columbus, Ohio, in the World Championships, the great Alexiev from the Soviet Union was the first man ever to lift 500 pounds, and we thought that was a miracle. Now they're getting close to 600 pounds.
Yeah, I really believe it's only a matter of time until 600 pounds is across, and that is a fantastic amount of weight. Sometimes we're just so cavalier the way we say 400, 500, 600 pounds. It's enormous.
Okay, the world record he's trying to break, that by his countryman who is not lifting here, Pisarenko, lifted 584 pounds.
You know, it's interesting. You can see facing us on his left sock, you see a little blood. And the reason that's coming out is from his shin. He really bangs up against the bar. You see it right there. His shin goes right against the bar when he starts his pull.
Okay, if he makes this, he will have lifted more weight than any man in history.
Good pull. The weight's racked. Deep bottom position. Comes up. Readjust the weight. There it is.
He has it overhead.
Tremendous effort.
585 pounds, and Taranenko has lifted more weight than any man in weightlifting history. And moves ahead of Karlovich, and what a competition we have here. Already 3 world records in the snatch, the clean and jerk, and the total.
Good pull, brushes high off the thighs, racks the weight well, bounces up out of the bottom. He really knows how to use the body and the bar. Waits for the bar to stop moving. Slight dip. Rams the weight over his head. Tremendous power, a beautifully done lift. He has to bring under control, wait for the referee's down signal.
And if he had a reputation of not doing well in the big competitions, he certainly put that one aside. And now in his third attempt, Karlovich. He'll be attempting 586 pounds, and he'll be going for a world record.
It's awesome to see these two athletes battling out like this.
Well, it was Krastev who was the world champion, and now the Soviets have taken back that glamour event in weightlifting, the super heavyweights. He has not missed a lift tonight.
You know, this really is a tremendous return to the weightlifting platform, Bob, to come back from this suspension, to set a world record in the total, and here to be attempting a world record in the clean and jerk. I mean, it's just tremendous. So you know the man was training ardently while he was on suspension.
2 lifters from the Soviet Union, but tremendous differences in physique.
Absolutely. But you know, sometimes it makes you wonder, does the more muscular guy lift more or what? I mean, look at Alexiev. Look at Krastev. Look at some of these athletes. They're lifting enormous weights. They don't look to be particularly muscular.
Bruce, you have to think it's muscles that lift weights.
That's correct. So you know these guys that appear to be fat are not fat. Fat does not lift this kind of weight. You know, interesting thing, Bob, is the stance that Karlovich takes. He uses an extremely wide foot stance, and then he even jumps his feet out a little bit more. This looks sometimes to me like it could lead to an injury. Tremendous pull. He's got the weight rack. Stands up with no problem, 586 pounds.
And now he's got a chance to lift more weight than any other man in history.
Slight dip and jerk. There it is, Bob.
He's got it overhead.
He's got to bring it under control. He's got to wait for the down signal.
Looks like a good lift. Bruce, 586 pounds.
No, it looks...
Wait a minute.
Obviously turned down by the referees. 3 red lights. The most likely reason is he did not bring the lift under control. He didn't hold it for the required length of time. He was still moving with it.
Oh, he was so close. It looked like he had it.
Tremendous pull. Look how he brushes high on the thighs, racks the weight well. Watch how easily he comes up, even in slow motion, no problem. Stands up with a weight. Remember, that's 586 pounds. Slight dip at the knees. Explodes the weight off his chest. You can see right here, he's recovering forward. The weight is turning. The feet have to be in line. He's still turning. He was not stationary. It's why he was turned down. Weight was not under control.
Milovic has to be disappointed. He was so close, but he is the overall winner.